Hey, Kelly Wheeler here. Listen, I just want to say that over the last couple of years, I've had just some awesome opportunities, the last 5 years, to sit underneath some pretty awesome real estate coaches. I think about Jay Kinder, Michael Reese, and the NAEA organization, and the people that they've employed, Al Stasik, Wally Bressler, and then I think about people like Hoss Pratt, who, to this day, I think of him as the FSBO king. Back in the day, he was just an animal. Greg Luther, he, the teachings that he gives with regard to, going out and securing listings, how to validate 6 and 7% commissions. I mean, just some great stuff. So what I do on my channel is I try to pull in some things that work specifically for me. And guys, I put it down there and it's free. I'm not a coach. I'm not looking to have you pay me for any of this stuff. It's just my way as a realtor to reach out to you as a realtor and say, check out some of these philosophies, these principles, these marketing strategic ideas, and see what works for you. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. I try to put new content up monthly, if not every week, at least a couple times a month. There's some things down there about how to go out and convert FSBOs, expireds, what types of marketing tips and tools I use in my business. And anyway, it's all down there. Subscribe. Go ahead and take a look at the videos. Drop me some comments. Let me know what you think about the videos I've created. What are some things you would like to hear? And we'll do that moving forward. So again, I thank you. So let's talk about this video. What to do to get buyers to come to your listing. You've had a listing, this could be you, you've got a listing, it's been out there for, say 2, 3, 4 months, and you're just not getting a lot of traction. Well, we all know that potentially the problem's gonna be a pricing issue. So if you handle that pricing objection at the very beginning when you take the listing, it's not going to be too difficult to come back at your seller and say, hey, do you remember that conversation we had? So typically in my business, I will not take a listing if it's like massively overpriced. For instance, the home is realistically looking between $250 and maybe a little overvalue would be like $259 to $261. That's kind of pushing it at the very top end, if not just a little above. I'll take the listing at that point, because what will happen is I'll tell the seller, look, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, here's what the market says. The market says the home is probably going to sell for this price, but there's no reason why we can't try and maximize your profitability. But if you're willing to allow me to take the listing, I'll be spending my dollars marketing your home, my time, and we get no action on this home. There's just no contracts coming. There's very little buyer showings, and I'm doing all this marketing. Then let's have a conversation in 2 to 4 weeks, and we'll start looking at bringing the price down accordingly. Because at the end of the day, Mr. Seller, I'll market the heck out of your home, but it's the market that tells us where the value of your home is, not you or me. Is that fair, Mr. Seller? Boom. Lock that conversation down at the very beginning, so when you go back to him in a month or 2, you've already had that discussion. It doesn't become a tidal wave. Now it's just a small ripple. Mr. Seller, remember we had that conversation? Well, I think we're here now. Let's go ahead and talk strategically about the pricing of the home, so we can go ahead and get these buyers to come through that I'm marketing. So have that conversation, but let's say that you've done that and it's just for whatever reason, buyers just aren't coming. One of the things that coaches tell you is you should be door knocking, sending flyers. And guys, I'm not banging on that. If that's what you want to do, happy day. I don't do that. I tell a seller, when I list your home, I will spend 3 days a week, for at least 30 minutes to an hour a day on your home, getting what I call MLS buyers to your house. Now, guys, this principle is something you can use in your listing presentation, but when you get a listing, use what I'm about to share with you. This is how you can maximize your listings and literally get buyers to your home. Now, let's agree, real estate agents, buyer's agents sometimes can be lazy. They're actually getting homes sent to them from their buyers from feeds like Zillow and Realtor.com. And you've been there, I've been there. We're scratching our head going, oh my God, why they're sending me things I'm not finding. So here's what you're gonna do. When you have a home that you take under listing, all right, and in this, well, I'm in my MLS, and guys, here's an address right here that I put on. And I went ahead and put 5 miles circumference around that home. And what I've got is I want to pull everything active and pending near this address, okay? I went ahead and put the price point of $175. Now, the home in question is worth about $269. So everybody from 175 to 450. Now I'm going to eliminate anybody that's 250 to 275, 280, because those homes are too similar to mine. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for move-up buyers and move-down buyers. Now, guys, you know what that means. A move-up buyer usually is a first-time home buyer. They have lived in that home for a couple of years. They've added some cheer-ins. The home's on the small side at that point in their life, and they're going to be looking for an increased home, a bigger home, a nicer home. Move-down buyer could be somebody in their 50s. They've gotten that big home, 3,800 square feet, big high taxes. Kids are off now. They're in college or they're moved out. And the home's just too big. The taxes are too big. It's just too big. But they've got equity. So what they're going to be doing is looking for something smaller. So they would be a candidate for your home. So check this out. I went ahead and put this address in at 5 miles. I've got active pending. I went ahead and put single family residence. I narrowed it down to a price range that would be move up and move down. Square footage range that I'm looking, and you don't even have to do that. You can keep that out if you want. I did go ahead and eliminate new construction because obviously that's not a buyer. And looky here, it's given me 300 matches. That's just now. Now I can go into my pendings and say every pending 0 to 20 days. Let me go ahead and do that again. 0 to 20 days. Let's see where that drops me. That drops into 309. So right now, I literally, when I go into results, here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to ascertain which of these particular home sellers are going to be buying, and they're going to be buying a home just like mine. So let's take the first one. This is a $179,000 home. The home in question, and it's, let's see, it's a 2-bed. It's been on market for 50 days. What else can we look? Square footage. Well, let's go ahead and look at it. Let's just look at it. So on this particular home, as an agent, if you had the listing that I put up on there, you're going to go look at this home and you're going to see that it's only a 2-bed, 1-bath. The home that I put on there in question is 4-bed, 3-bath. It's got a little pond/lakefront. So here is an individual that owns this tiny home, and what you can do then is right here. Here's the listing agent. There's her email address, and there's her cell. You go ahead and email her and text her. I understand you got this listing. I would love to tell you about my listing within 5 miles. Can you let me know what your seller's going to be doing? Are they going to be moving to a larger home? Have you considered showing them this? And then go ahead and include your MLS number in that link. And that's it. Guys, just with those right there, I've got 300 agents I can be speaking with on a monthly basis to get them to bring their seller, who's going to be a potential buyer, into my home. I hope this makes sense to you guys, because at the end of the day, people that are listing their home, they're going to be doing one of 3 things when it sells: buying another home, staying with relatives, or moving somewhere out of state or somewhere far away. The majority of them, statistically, according to NAR, say that they're going to be buying within 5 miles. 80% will be buying within 5 miles of their home because they've already got friends, church, shopping areas they love. They're just looking for a different home, bigger or smaller. So that is your buyer pool. If you are not reaching out to these listing agents, inviting them to your home, guys, use this concept for your open houses. When you get an open house, find every move-up buyer and every move-up seller that's got their home listed. Invite them to come see your home. You'll impress the heck out of your seller. But in the meanwhile, you're going to be doing something that your competition's not doing, and that's actively reaching out to agents who have sellers that are going to be buyers to your home. So I hope that you can see the power of this. The video went on a little bit longer, but that's okay, because I wanted you to get the power of your MLS. We'll call this MLS buyers, who are the most highly qualified buyers. You're not paying $1 for the lead. You're not having to find out if they have credit. Obviously, the majority of them are going to have good credit. They're in a home. And according to statistics, they're going to be buying another home. So guys, that's where you're going to find the buyer for your listing. And if you're consistent with this, you will turn your listings quicker than most other agents in your town that are listing homes and wondering, where's my buyer? And this works really great if you have a home that's a little bit more difficult to sell, because you can expose it to the most amount of people. And don't wait on the listing agent over that particular family, that when they're ready to start looking at homes, try to find homes for them. Sorry, but us as agents, we really do a crappy job with that. You become the expert and get that listing agent your property and get them to bring their seller, who's going to be a buyer, to your home. All right, guys, I hope you appreciated this. Let me know your comments. Drop me some comments below. Tell me if this made sense. Tell me if this is something you think you would employ. But if you are looking to get buyers to your listings, this strategy is one of the best strategies I've used to initiate an explosion of buyers into my listings. All right, guys, thank you again, Kelly. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Leave me some comments. Underneath, I'll have contact information. I'll have some other stuff I'll put on there for you. Anyway, have a great day. Thank you so much.